Hey folks, JL, the July Lioness here. How are you today? Today is May, no it's not, June 4th. Okay, so I'm starting a new playlist here. This might seem kind of controversial to some of you, so feel free to run away screaming. How can I put this? I consider myself a rather spiritual person, a positive person. I like to think I walk in the light, not interested in the shadow side of anything. When I was, I guess, about 16, 17, I met my spirit guide and I met my first love through a Ouija board. No, yes. And I got to, I used it for, I guess, a couple of years. I had a board partner and we never had any negative experiences. Never, not one. It was all very positive and enlightening and fun, and there were a lot of interesting synchronicities, and I met my spirit guide. His name is Tommy, and I met my first love, Andy, who has since passed away. Because that was opened up to me, that spiritual path was opened up to me, it strengthened my gifts. I guess after a couple of years I stopped using the board, mainly because I couldn't really find any support for it, because this was back in the 1980s. There was no internet. There, people who were having positive experiences were totally unaware of each other, etc., etc., etc. So fast forward to a couple of years ago now, and I was watching a live stream about the paranormal, and one of the guests was a lady who had written books about positive Ouija experiences, and I thought, finally, somebody who has something good to say about a talking board. I got it. I can't miss this show. So her name is Karen A. Dahlman, and she has written The Spirits of Ouija, 4 Decades of Communication. You can buy it at Barnes & Noble. There's a picture of her, a very lovely blonde lady. I guess she's a little bit younger than I am, but she's, very intelligent. I've read a couple of her other books, and very intelligent. Whew. And, there's just nothing dark or creepy or shadowy or cuckoo birds or anything about her. I totally admire Karen A. Dahlman. So I got an angel board, just came today from Amazon. I had had it on the back of my mind to get a board again and try this again. It's been many, many, many years. And I just got so tired of, they're horrible things, they're horrible, no, and all. Well, The Exorcist and beyond. And it's not that the boards are evil, it's that's a tool. It's just a tool. If you get an obscene phone call, are you going to blame your phone? It's a tool, it's a device. And I've been seeing a lot, watching card readings, and there's some really good readers out there. And I have some oracle cards, but I just really couldn't really pull together the interpretations and stuff like that. And I just remembered that some of the really good stuff I would get through the talking board back in college, back in the 80s. How long ago? 45 million years ago? But I just felt the need to communicate, and I could probably channel, but then again, how I would people would say, oh, you're making it up, and it would feel kind of weird for me to sit here and channel. I wanted to have something kind of physical for people to watch and see this is where the messages are coming from. So a few nights ago, I was talking to Andy, my first love, and he is a very high vibrational being, and he died in '88, and he's been helping people on the dream plane, and I said, would you want to do this with me? Do you want me to put your messages through the board? And he said, yeah. So it's been a long time, and we haven't talked for a long time. We had a very unique relationship, very much like a twin flame relationship. He might have been, a catalyst, because he came to me, like I said, as a teenager, 16, 17, and we were in communication telepathically, and his astral form was with me most of the time for about 6 years. And then we broke up, and in '85, and 3 years later, he died. And after he died, I was very hurt and scared and didn't want to communicate with his spirit. So it took me a while to start talking to him again, and we never really reestablished the relationship because I have since gotten onto the twin flame path, and Andy's not my twin flame. But he's a positive soul. So there's Andy, and there's Tommy, my spirit guide, and another spirit guide named Sylvia, and they're all just positive beings of light. So I wanted to kind of share that with you. But I realize there's a lot of trepidation about talking boards. So we're going to do this the right way. We're not going to be casual about this. This is a very serious thing to do. It needs to be, you need to have some reverence attached to it. So we're going to do it the right way, the way Karen suggests. So first let me show you the board, and then I'll read a little bit from her book. Okay, so this is the front of the board. And I do not have my glasses on, so I really can't see. I hope this is close enough. Here, we'll try this. Pictures of angels, nice angels. I looked and looked and looked for an attractive board that made me feel good. There are so many out there that want to be creepy and mysterious and all this dumb stuff. That's not where I want to go. I don't want to be using a board that has me scared, because that's going to get my vibration low. And law of attraction, guys. Like attracts like. Low vibe attracts low vibe. So I sure don't want that. So anyway, on the back of the board, there's a message. And it says, "Be not alarmed. Please take my hand and follow me. A celestial realm of light awaits for thee. First step upon this golden shore, and I will be your guide through heaven's door." Cool. And that is the Angel Spirit Board, AnnStokes.com from Amazon. So we'll put this here. Now they had a tiny little instruction booklet, which didn't help much, and I didn't agree with everything they said. So we're going with the Spirits of Ouija from Karen. So let me read a little of this so you know we're going by the book, and this is the book. So Karen, I hope you don't mind my quoting from you. Session preparation, this is page 56. When preparing for your Ouija session, it's important to understand what you will attract to your session spirits that are resonating at a similar level and at the same vibration quality of your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that you hold. Like I said, law of attraction. I will further explain how to prepare and establish positive Ouija communications by explaining why and then how to prepare your internal, external, and spiritual spaces. Also, I will advise to other factors that will be out of your control, but nonetheless, their influence must be understood. So she's very thorough. Internal space. We need to prepare not only the physical space for a session, but most importantly, prepare our own internal space, our vibration for a session. I'm leaving out OUIJA because the neighbors are Bible thumpers. I live in the Bible Belt and I'm doing that. Okay. The internal space includes our mindset, our emotions, and our spiritual and physical needs. We need to make sure we are vibrating in alignment with our intentions for the session. Not only is it paramount to have positive intentions set for the communication, I can't stress enough how you must be prepared for this interaction emotionally, environmentally, and spiritually. Okay, let's see. So she says she's developed a system to prepare for this. Okay, so she really goes into this deep here. Vibrational blueprint, pattern, frequency, speed, electromagnetic waves. Yeah. Okay, so she thoroughly explains all of this, so I'm going to read that on my own. How to set up the external space. So really it's all mindset. If you're expecting woo-woo creepy bad stuff, you're going to get woo-woo creepy bad stuff. It's really that simple. Okay. Setting up the external space for a session is really no different than setting up for a counseling session. You must have a beginning and an ending protocol for the session. You must remain open to allow communication to come through and be willing to receive messages that may take some time to develop. You must be patient as the messages come through and be clear about the type of communication that will be allowed within the session. Basically, setting boundaries to a session is important for anything of substance to come through. By the way, she has a YouTube channel and she does have, or she used to have videos of her sessions, and they are very long and very thorough. and it's spelled very highly evolved messages letter by letter. Okay, I will first list all the components to a session and then address how to attend to each one. 1. Set a date, time for a session. 2. Come to the session set after you release any distractions. 3. Light a candle or burn incense that reminds you of each session being sacred. Okay, I'm not going to light a candle because I'm afraid of fire, but I'll look for a battery-powered candle. Okay. I would be too nervous to do a session with a lit candle in front of me. 4. Sit in a comfortable position. 5. Take a few moments and make deep and clearing breaths while releasing any present tensions and distractions. 6. Breathe with intentions to relax and center yourself within your hips. See section Hips to Heart Breathing on page 69. 7. Breathe into and through your heart until you can feel the heart open. 8. The main spokesperson. Well, okay, I have to do these alone, which is not ideal, but like I said, I live in the Bible Belt. Okay, there is, where did she say this? Okay. The main spokesperson states a prayer, incantation, or intention for the session. See section Suggested Opening Protective Prayer on page 71. So I'm going to say the protective prayer. I mean, she's got you covered here in this book. So, yeah. Okay, so here's all about the prayer. I'll read the prayer to you. This is an example. Okay, This is a version of mine that I present to you to use, which came from the original prayer I developed on my January 23rd, 1995 for my protective use with the board. Dear God, Goddess, Universe, Spirit, and all of our relations and guides, we welcome you to our circle today. As we do so, the white light surrounds each one of us present within this sacred circle where we come together, including the board, the portal, and all that comes through this connection. White light surrounds us and protects us, including the house, ourselves, our vehicles, as we return to our own homes and back into our own individual lives. We only ask that those from within the white light, those of universal knowledge and wisdom, and those who seek universal truth to come forward in our communications. We have items of topic for which we would like to discuss and welcome the messages that ensue. We honor and thank you in advance for these teachings. The white light is with us. We may now begin. So, that's the prayer. It seems a little secular to me. I might throw in some amens or something, So, I'm not going to do a session today. I have some research to do first. I'll read this, but this is the board. When you want to close the session, you say the session is closed, and you flip the board upside down and separate the planchet from the board. Also, if you want to add some crystals, this is amethyst that I just bought. This is my entire crystal collection, and I believe amethyst is clarity. So I just got those, and I also have a little, I don't know if you can see this, it's a Christmas ornament, it's an angel. I thought that would be kind of cute, kind of nice. So really, it's just be positive, don't be fearful, and that's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and don't freak out. This has been JL, the July Lioness. Take care, guys. Love ya.